Hello there everyone, this is I am Mark 3 and welcome back to Battletech for part 4. Yes. And honestly I think the game is much better than it used to be. Honestly. Alright, I'm going to pick my contract and get started I suppose. I've gone through the lists and I've done the tutorials, well not done them, read them. As I said I would since last time, and honestly it's a week plus since I last recorded, with good reason. The load times. The load times were killing it for me, honestly. Very, very much so. Seek and destroy, but that will send me travelling to a different system. I want to stay here for my priority mission. Maintenance base. Yeah, the load times. If you're interested, it took 2 minutes to go from an end of battle to the salvage screen. It took a minute to go from the salvage screen to back to the main menu. It took 7 to 12 minutes to load it into a mission. For the first 6 minutes, it didn't even have the loading screen up. So, you know, I actually checked this in my editing software. It was really bad, and that was making me very reluctant to even play the game, quite honestly, because honestly, I'm a bit short on time, and I didn't want to have so much waiting involved. Not really, considering it was like, you know, I released like 3 parts last week, which were about 45 minutes apiece. That's because I actually recorded for 3 hours 10 minutes, and I lost the rest of it to loading time. Yeah. Out of 3 hours, I had over 30, 40 minutes-ish of loading time involved. It was like, yup, that is awful. That is absolutely flipping awful. My fault, really. Well, not really my fault, it's the game's fault. Game, it's your fault. But, after a week and a bit, I've not seen any patch notes on it. But I've noticed the loading time has improved. There's been some serious optimizations going on. Loading times have been cut by at least half, from what I can tell. Probably loading time to get into a match seems to be going much more smoothly. The mech bay, if you recall when I loaded in the mech bay last time, I had trouble getting into the bays. Oh look, I'm straight into the bay. No hesitation at all. Refit screen. A moment on load screen, there it is. Immediately. I am really, really happy to see this. And I need to go back now. So yeah, the loading times, it may not have come out in official patch notes, but optimization has been very much underway. And I am seeing some drastic improvements. So much so, I'm actually willing to play the game. I mean, wow. I'm willing to play the game. I am so happy with that. Admittedly, it's still not great. There's still a bit of a load time to get into and out of missions, but, you know, we can't have everything. But kudos where it's due. Definitely better than it was. Anyway, enough messing around. I was waiting because I didn't want to go into a load screen and go blathering on past that, so I was still trying to avoid the load screen. Got 2 options though. I can drop into a maintenance base, which is... yeah. We're going to be protecting a maintenance base just to keep it alive, really. Fairly high salvage and wages. Definitely need to protect it. But I think I want to get started on the next mission, which is Benefactor. Travel to Bellerophon, already there. Meet your new client. Right, so let's actually start with some story, shall we? Okay, Mr. Oliveira. Oh yeah, that's my character's name, Oliveira. I shouldn't have hit random. Thank you for honouring my request to meet. I am Anna Maria Centrella. You've heard of my family, I am sure. I have not. Ooh, Darius has. Lady Centrella, this is a surprise. I wouldn't expect a member of the Canopian royal family to even know who we are, let alone approach them in such a non-traditional manner. Voices. This isn't a traditional contract. And I don't need Comstar asking questions. Besides, there's no reason to involve the Mercenary Review Board. I already know that I want to hire you. Have I piqued your interest, Commander Benson? Oh, I'm Benson. I've forgotten my character's name. Oh dear. Well, certainly. Yeah, we wouldn't be here if you hadn't. No wait, I want to play cautious. My interest? Sure. But I need to hear details before I'm willing to commit to anything. That is quite fair. Of course, Mando Benson. Curse you, random name generator. I'd expect nothing less. The job I have for you is relatively simple. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. In exchange for your services, I will pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans, and buy you the breathing room you've been looking for. Ooh. I asked about the loans, actually. There's like, we're paying loans on the travel that got us away from that coup at the very start, and we're also paying for this entire ship, among other things. Those are the big ones, but there's also a lot of smaller items as well. But the interest, and buy me some breathing room, that is quite sizable, I would expect, but why would she? How do you know about... You know what? It doesn't matter. Just tell us what we're supposed to be recovering. Yeah, look at this. Darius is straight at it. This. Replaced by a screen by a grainy photograph of an enormous grounded dropship. Ramshackle structures cling to it like barnacle. What? She's a derelict vessel, an Argo, one of only 2 ever made. No wonder I didn't recognise it. For over 200 years she's been lying in state on Axios, a pirate moon in the heart of the frontier. I want her, and you're going to bring her to me. I don't know how this guy's meant to sound, even though he's been voiced a little bit. Yeah, and how exactly are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's a big ship. She looks half cannibalized for parts. Look, I can see her ribs in the photo. I'm as enthusiastic about money as the next guy, but I'm a mech tech, not an aerospace engineer. I'll be damned if I can get that thing flying again. Relax, Mr. Vertenen. I have an engineering staff on hand to attend to the Argo. Their leader, Dr. Farr Maud, has built quite a reputation for herself in the frontier. You'll find a drum ship waiting for you at Alloway. It will carry you to the pirate moon, where you clear a path to the crash site. Dr. Murad and her team will go to work on the derelicts, and you'll protect them until the work is done. This should be well within your capabilities, Commander Benson. Unless we've come to the wrong company, of course. So we're playing babysitter a bunch of kids to fix a ship. Oh, relatively straightforward. They wouldn't need mercs if it was too straightforward. But my background, Slow's Gladiators, lets me say, I fought against legends later about the pirates, don't worry me. Yes. Then I can see no reason why you shouldn't accept my offer. Do the job well enough, and there'll be more work waiting for you upon your return. Mr. Oliveira will never find you a better opportunity than the one I am offering, Commander Benson. I can promise you that. Well, she's offering to pay off, to deal with our loans. Well, deal with the loan interest. Yeah, she she isn't wrong, Sammy. Looking for a lifeline, and I think this is close we're going to get. Yeah, it really does feel too good to be true, but we don't have many choices. I'll accept it on those grounds. In this case, we could take the job or accept a life of desperate poverty. Right. Very good. I'll forward your contract to Mr. Oliveira. You know, Commander Benson, your exploits and for you are remembered in that magistry. I watched some of your fights myself. I saw your potential. Let's hope that you live up to it. Oh, so I'm back to being a special snowflake, I see. Fine. I thought they was going to throw us straight into a mission, but it's not. Contract is... Recovery job is ready for review in the command center. We should follow it when we think we're ready. So, okay. Let's check this contract out. Travel to Alloway. 1.152 million. Oh, jeez. Dock the jump ship waiting. Fine, we're there. Carry you to Axios. Further detail on job provided on your arrival. I haven't found any mention of the Axios system on our map. It appears to be a completely uncharted system. Makes me wonder how they knew to find it, but it's not my place to ask. So, okay, we're going into the unknown. We need to go to Alloway, though. Sumaya mentioned something about this. actually. If I go, yeah, out there's Alloway, so that's where I need to go. There's also a travel contract which will take me over to Detroit. But, so Maya mentioned something else. Let me go quickly back into her tutorials. Yep. Question about nav. As you can see, I've been through all these. Taking longer. I think it's through this one. No. Is it this one? No. Basically, though, system travel is we go to the jump ship takes us to a place, and then we fly from that to the planet in question. But there is something called pirate ones, which means that there are some unofficial jump ships out there. However, Samaya will not put them on our star map for us. So she says we'd never find them there. She doesn't like them. They're very unreliable. Apparently notoriously so. But we are apparently going to a uncharted one, I think. So one of these so-called pirate jump points. Which is a bit weird, but okay. However, I don't think we're ready. And I want to make sure the loading time is still rock solid. So, Seek and Destroy can travel there, but we got this one here, Maintenance Base, which I think we will see about doing. Do we want more salvage, or do we want more money? We're actually okay for money right now. Let's go for a bit higher on the salvage side. See how that goes. There was a bit of a pause there. However, we do not have much in the way of customization yet, so I'm going to deploy. We'll go in with what we've got. I will start tuning my mechs from this point forward, though. I should probably mention that. Okay, if you are curious, it took 1 minute for the loading screen background to appear, which is much improved compared to, you know, it practically never appearing. And then from there, it took 3 minutes to actually load up to be ready to begin the mission. So, yeah, definitely an improvement. Though that said, the loading screen was stuttering and freezing quite a lot, so loading is still an issue. Still, it's a darn sight better than it was before. Less than half the time. Awesome. Now let's do this.
Command interface initiated.
So it's a predicted commander. Isn't going to be going boring guard duty. Multiple incoming hostiles. Pirate chatter. This could get ugly. Okay. So hold out until government reinforces. So 10 rounds. Defend the base. Ensure all buildings survive. There's one over there. And there's also an enemy coming in from that direction as well. So we need to get things sorted. Do we know of anything else coming in? Not really. Oh, and there's a boundary that we can't go past. Well, of course there is. It's the edge of the map. Okay. So, I need to start getting into position, it seems. Let's move Shadowhawk over to here. By the way, it's also, I think it works like this in terms of salvage. It's like salvage, you can get equipment basically cheaper than if you try to buy it yourself. But in return you get less money for actually spending in the shop end on repairs and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a trade-off in that regard.
Position confirmed.
So it depends on what you think you might be going against, and if you think you'll want the equipment you might face. If you think you'll want the equipment you might face, or you're facing heavier units and stuff like that, then you want more salvage. In general, though, for day-to-day operation, I think you need more C-bills. Unknown vehicle coming in. Okay. If we've got an unknown vehicle coming in.
Come on, mech warriors! It's go time!
Okay, let's see. I've got Medusa and Decker available. So the Spider and the Locust. Let's get the Spider over somewhere. What happens if I jump? Okay, if I jump, I can actually get into a point where I can get some... Hang on. If I jump, I can get line of sight over here. Oh, this map has mineral fields, which is of course penalty to my stuff as well. That's a long range, but sure, let's get the spider out on point.
Picked up a blip.
Picked up a blip. Okay, there's some other things coming as well. What have we got? Shoddy. So yeah, it's still pretty weak.
Firing. All weapons.
That didn't do the trick. Oh, blooming enemy tank. Aha! So I was right to start sprinting in this general direction. We've got enemy mech coming in. What are you? Oh, we've got Decker
Ready
coming in
for
next.
orders.
Alright. Precision strike and vigilance. Sorry, I was just thinking a little bit there. I'm going to sprint
On
my
my way.
locust
Double
forward. So, of course, sprint gives it the maximum possible evasion. And we'll see how this goes if we pick up anything else nearby. Because honestly, I don't have very much in terms of knowledge about what that is. It's completely unknown. Ooh, the galleon is going places. Oh no, you... Did that hit? Actually, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we need our...
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, we need to get our primary hitter starting to move, the Shadowhawk. So is there any kind of defensive advantage here? Not really. I just need to get in the way before that mech can do anything. That mech is able to attack this building next turn, I think. So let's do a jump. Oh, I don't have any jump range. I can sprint to try and get to a position where I'll be an easier target. Well, I'll be a more obvious target than the building. So I think I'm going to do that. Set up my Shadowhawk to get shot at. So I'll probably absorb a hit or two. But better me than the building I'm trying to protect, you know? Because I don't know what that mech is. Oh, another vehicle coming in as well.
Good to go.
Okay, then Vindicator. Can I get position better if I jump? Not as such. Regular move or sprint. I think regular move this way. So starting to come around in the direction the enemy's coming from. I should probably watch out for some kind of back attack, I think. I wouldn't... if I was planning an attack here, I would not attack from the a single direction, quite honestly. And only a 50% chance, but, you know, hopefully it'll do something. Not much. Blopping tanks. I liked them better when they had only 25% armor. Quite seriously. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Let's go ahead and... Actually, let's go ahead and step on the galleon. That seems like a fair thing to do. Hello there, enemy tank. How are you? I'm in the forest. I've got cover against ranged attacks, and I've killed the tank. So, haha. And I'm shooting the corpse just to be sure. Gotta love that. I can leave the vehicles more or less to the locusts and... Ooh, enemy locust. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Except for the fact he's going for one of my targets. Wait. Medium reinforced. Okay, that is not too bad, actually.
Good to go.
Precision strike and vigilance. Guarded and entrenched. Next initiative. Oh, that's the morale thing. Precision strike. Okay, so special abilities just all in general seem to cost morale. I'm still kind of trying to get a feel for this system, I must admit. Let's move to here.
Roger.
I'm moving fast, so I won't have that good in terms of evasion. Oh, that striker. I'm not murdering vehicles in one hit anymore. I don't like it. It seems very unfair. The enemy actually have some kind of durability these days. Oh. Okay. It's only those three so far right now. So, 85% chance to just absolutely murder this guy. So let's go ahead and punch him.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Hello, Mr. Locust. Oh, kicked him straight in the face. Ow. I think he might be a little bit damaged. Crunch. Oh dear. And that leaves me with
What can I do
glitch.
for ya?
If I move to there, I've got actually direct line of fire on the downed Locust, so I could probably try and finish it off. I should probably try, though, multi-target and lob some missiles around, too. So let's lob missiles at the striker. And we'll pump everything else into that Locust. That sounds like a good deal to me. Can't call target, though, I think, because I'm using multi-tack. So, okay, fire!
No problem. I've got enough guns
Please
for
blow up.
everyone.
Nope, the armor took it. Darn. The Locust, however, did not. Haha!
Gotcha.
Enemy mech dealt with. Honestly, is this all there is? I mean, this is actually my first one-skull mission, quite honestly. And so far it's been the same as those half-skull strikes that I did in the previous part.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, the head was hit. Pilot injured.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Oh, of course. Question is, where are they coming from? Probably coming from behind me.
Standing
I
by.
would not be surprised if it was. I could also very happily just wander over and melee that tank. I think I should, actually. It's undamaged, so let's go ahead and step on it.
Roger that.
Hello! Who'd have thought it? I'm using the Locust as a light vehicle, well, as a tank, as a vehicle exterminator kind of thing. Oh, those MGs. If the Locust manages to punch through the armor, those MGs are anti-structure. Or at least they are in games I'm familiar with.
Standing by.
Question remains though, where is the next set of enemies coming from? This I do not know. So, Spider, go ahead and just step on that guy, please. Well, I'm actually going to move my heavier mechs back again.
Oh,
Oopsie. I am honestly in love with the melee system in this game.
eliminated.
It's just fun to have a giant robot just step on things.
Waiting for orders.
Right, Vindicator, sprint. I want you heading back this way,
Moving fast.
because I do not trust this game at all. Probably won't get anything from the water, might get something from this direction. This force came in from this direction. Never mind, apparently I am getting something from the water. Okay. A fair bit from the water as well. Oh, enemy mech. Unknown. So there's at least two things out this way. Right, that means I need to get back in position, like, ASAP. Medusa, you're able to do a thing. I need to sprint out this way, so let's get around here so we're behind at least some cover.
Roger.
Maybe I should pay attention to sensor range and things. I still don't know where the wait. The missiles came in from somewhere, but it's saying that there's only one contact. Oh. Lovely shot there, boy.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, that really does say there's only one contact. So I need to get it back over there. Come on, Decker. Come on. I know you had fun stepping on tanks, but there's a mobile mech coming in now. At least the Vindicator's not too far away. I think. I'm still worried about where the missiles came from, though. I seriously am.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, I've got Glitch, I've got my Shadowhawk. Can I get any kind of targeting information on this guy? I don't think
I
I
hear
can,
ya.
because I don't have anyone with sensor lock. I actually, after last time when I wasn't sure, I actually looked it up to try and work out what the heck it was. So if I had someone with sensor lock, I
Ready?
could be locking onto
Set.
an unknown target to find out what it is. It removes evasion and reveals it for that particular turn. Oh, it's another locust. And if I fire, what have you got? Yeah, okay. It's got machine guns and a laser. It's not got missiles. I know there's something out there with missiles. Also, I can't really get a hit on it either, so I'm going to just brace. Those missiles came from somewhere. Oh look, there's something else shooting. There is something else out there. Because that was not the locust. I have an unknown. I don't like it
Good
when
to
there's an
go.
unknown. Not at all. This guy has... Sorry, Trigger has bad jump jets.
Uh-huh.
So all I can do really is push up a little bit closer and see about trying to soften things up a little bit until I can get there. 35% chance.
Time
Kind
to
of low,
fly.
but got to do something. Actually, I should have fired the... I should have fired from the Vindicator just to strip away the evasion. Yeah. See what I mean? Missiles. That building is taking some serious damage. Still don't know what from though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to reserve. Never mind. I want to...
Yes, Commander.
Can I reserve, please? I want to reserve. How do I reserve? It's not letting me reserve for some reason. I can't see the
Standing
option
by.
to reserve my turn.
Receiving you.
Maybe because I'm being a dunce or something. I don't know. Well, if I've got to move, I'm going to move. Right, let's move. I'll move over here. Hopefully I'll get a track on whatever it is that's firing. Aha! I see something over that way. But I'm going to fire anyway, even though I've got low chance, because this will strip away what's left of its evasion. But I think it's about to move again.
Damn it.
Yep, Locust is backing off. Pulling away and
Orders?
enforcing itself? Really? Anyway, I want to get a better look at whatever it is that's doing stuff over that way, so... Actually, there's not much I can do.
Move orders.
My heavier mechs are pretty far away. If that's anything with weight to it, I might not be able to do anything about it. So I think just trying to pin down the Locust is probably my best bet here. Because I can't afford to bring my heavier stuff away from where I'm trying to defend.
What can I do for you?
No good options. If I jump, can I get to... Yes, I can make it to cover. At least, but I'm still out of range of that unknown.
Taking the high road.
Oh, there's another unknown. Yep, there's more things out there. But I'm going to dump my primary weaponry straight into the back of the Locust.
You're not gonna like this.
Ooh. Ouch. Okay. Yep,
And
ouch.
stay down.
You are down, my friend. Unknown vehicle, though.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And we're just going to have to sprint here to reposition because we don't know where anything else is. And honestly, if we can give them things to shoot at other than the building, that can only be good at this point. So come on, guys. Shoot at the lovely big combat robot, please. No, it's moving. Oh, because I took the Locust out. The Locust was playing
Yeah.
spotter. Sneaky locust. Okay, if I jump, I need to be about this far forward to get a sensor lock. Fine, let's go here and see exactly what we've got. Show me what you've got, my friends. We've got... I was wondering if it was. We've got a striker. And the other tank turns out to be a scorpion. That's all actually okay. I'm just going to shoot everything at that. And apologies about that, I had an annoying pop-up just appear out of nowhere.
Yes, Commander.
And again, I don't really want to trust this too much, so I'm going to actually sprint over this away, just in case something else turns up. Though I've got to survive a few more rounds, so actually the chance of something else turning up is not that great. I just need to hold 3 more rounds. Yeah, this might be the enemy's last push. Or at least the last push I have to deal with. Oh, no. Never mind, there's something else out there. Who's got the best indirect fire?
Waiting for orders.
Glitch, you are running a little bit hot.
I hear ya.
I don't think you have to worry about much. So let's actually move you down into the water to help you cool off at least a little bit. That sounds like a good idea.
Got it.
Because you've got some heat build-up going on there. And then we'll just lob some missiles at that guy.
Got it.
Wait a second, that tank's completely submerged. What is it doing? Can it do that? Oh, yeah, it didn't like that. Nice try, but you missed. But you missed. Ha ha
What can I do for ya?
Right. I can actually get a direct fire line of fire from my Shadow Hawk though on that tank. I'm probably going to kill it. Yep, AC5 and LRM.
Got it.
I think the AC missed though. Yeah, that wasn't enough.
I'm here.
Okay, so that's an unknown. If I jump, is there some kind of terrain advantage somewhere nearby? Rough terrain, extra stability damage, +4 difficulty to hit units within rough terrain with melee. Okay, so that's no use. I can actually get in. Oh, I can get into that forest actually. Perfect. And we've got another scorpion. Sure. Let's shoot it in the back. That extra armor. I'm going to keep complaining about the extra armor, I think, aren't I?
Receiving.
Sure. Okay. The thing I'm unsure about, though, is I think I'm going to be trying to skip some of the regular contracts, most likely. Because there's probably going to be a bunch of them I need to do. And it's going to be like maybe a couple of matches per episode at the rate I'm going. Oh, because it moved, I can't actually see that particular scorpion anymore. Okay, I'm going to sprint out this way then. I've got this one in the bag. I've got this one in the bag. You guys suck. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Sorry, I'm being a bit weird today, aren't I? Absolutely no sign of enemy reinforcements. No sign of reinforcements from these guys at all.
Roger, Commander. I've got the shot.
Why were you shooting up? Were you shooting at some plane or something? You had to have been doing. There was nothing else for you to shoot at over that way. Like, at all. Why did she shoot at the air? I mean, seriously, why?
Don't need to tell
I
me
don't
twice.
understand. At all. I don't understand at all.
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
Okay, let's keep on going then. I can't quite get into melee, but I can actually do a death from above, of all things.
Death from above.
Come on, tank. Splat. Oh, structure damaged. Oh, because I overloaded. All targets eliminated. Sit tight. Collect you from where you are right now.
Mission successful.
Well, that was underwhelming. I need more difficult targets. Okay. Oh, I didn't have to ensure all buildings survived. I thought that was a priority one. Also, I killed them also. Contract payment increase. I wish I'd known about that one sooner as well. I should read these things a bit better. Jeez. But sure, I got a decent payout despite that. And the spider lost all its armor. Okay. Right, so we've still got that thing going on. And more importantly though, Medusa's injured. Injuries take a long time to get recovered from. Eesh. I need better med bays if I can find a way to do that. Well, it gives me medtech points. There must be a way to increase that. I don't know. 1S and 1V. Oh, there's only one of each? Oh, what a shame. I could get things like machine guns and ACs and all sorts of jazz, but because I've actually got two priorities, I can actually grab both mech parts, which it would cost me about 700,000-ish. Say 1.3 million in parts salvage, sure. And I'll receive up to 9 additionals, probably including ammo though. I also got the ACs, the LRMs. Only one ammo. I got the rest of it's all weaponry. Cool. I got a lot of stuff there. Gain experience, need the guidance. Yeah, that's something I need to do. However, it took about a minute to get from mission complete to salvage, and then about 2 minutes to get from salvage back to here. So that means per mission I am looking at somewhere around 10 minutes of loading times to get back to the menu where I can start to do other things. Which is still a downside better than before, unfortunately. The optimization seems to have been loading up stuff, but there's not as much of a difference when coming out of a mission, unfortunately. Still, managing to shave a good 6 or 7 minutes off loading times, that is definitely something that's worth it. Right. I'm looking at the time left in my self-set recording session, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some stuff around here. So I'm not going to launch another mission this time around. Instead, I'm going to go into my mech bay rosters first, and then I'll go into my mech bay. Actually, no, I can't. No, wait, I can because I'm going to do some travel time. So that's when I want to do some refitting, I think. So we're actually down to 3 pilots.
Good to go.
That's not good. We've got 3 pilots.
Ready for
Who's going to become available at soonest? We've got 3 pilots left. However, Behemoth is back in 4 days. So we can hire someone else, or we can wait 4 days to do this. However, I think we're out of contracts around here, aren't we? Yeah, all of our contracts actually have travel time. We've got multiple missions that want us to go to Detroit for a couple of 100,000, seek and destroy, and the smugglers. But I think really what I want to be doing is working on the Axilius thing. So we will be heading for priority mission, which requires us to go to Alloway in 18 days. So I'm going to start looking at timing. 18 days, we'll have a financial report, and we'll have Behemoth coming back into action. So what I want to do is, we're going to play this smart. We're actually going to refit our mechs. And so refits and repairs will be taken care of while we're in transit. I think that sounds quite reasonable. Let's see, Behemoth, Bulwark, followed by Juggernaut. Successful melee attacks. So this one gives health and reduced recoil. I wish we could mouse over these things and see what they generally do, what these little pips do. So we have to guess from ones that we've actually unlocked.
Commander?
Like, tactics is good for indirect fire. So Glitch has got multi-target as well, so I think Glitch is kind of turning into our LRM specialists at this point. Do we have anyone else with TAC 4?
Receiving you.
Good to
Decker
go.
has TAC 4, but he's not moved up.
Ready for orders.
Oh wait,
Waiting
Glitch
for
is going to be
orders.
5, that's why she's got multi-target. Right, okay, let's start to specialise then. I'll confirm. Minus 45 meters minimum range, oh that's useful.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Wait, it said something about 2 primary abilities? I should have read that.
Good to go.
Never mind.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, Behemoth is
Waiting
coming
for
back,
orders.
and I think I want Behemoth to change extra evasive, ace pilots. Behemoth is looking like she's going to be good in melee, but piloting is really good for scouts because I want something
Waiting on
that can
you,
move
Commander.
around quickly.
Commander.
So I don't know. Behemoth is more specialised in guts, which is extra pilot health, and Juggernaut, of course, is an interesting thing, but I can't get that yet. Actually, I can't level her up at all. She's not got enough experience.
Orders.
So
Waiting for orders.
she's a gunner. She's got extra tactics. She's going to be my
What can I do
missiles
for you?
person, I think. Trigger, the new recruit. Do I want anything in here? Not super much.
Commander.
So we want some kind of melee mech. I think we want some kind of piloting. Yeah, Decker is going to be our scout. I really want sensor lock on him, actually. Where's sensor lock? There it is, sensor lock in tactics. You may only have 2 primary abilities on 1 specialist ability. The mech warriors cannot be retrained. 2 primary abilities and 1 specialist ability. What's a specialist ability? What is a primary ability? Well, this guy's going to be my scout, so piloting and sense lock from tactics is kind of what I want. So does that mean only 2 from this row
Training complete.
and 1 from this row? I wish this had kind of explained it a bit more because I don't know what it means by any of that. Though that said, it's filled up those 2 bars there, so I'm guessing that is what it means. Ah, yeah. Okay, sorry, I figured this out now. It's like, aha, eureka! And unlocking that has actually removed the special abilities from the other 2 trees. So I can get 2 from this rank and 1 from this rank.
Waiting for orders.
Like she's got sensor lock and multi-targets. But I want her to have... Well, I want her to deal with indirect fire penalty minus, so of course that's why I leveled her up that way.
Good to go.
And I'll leave that right now. Let's go to the mech lab, mech bay. We need to try and mech it up. Let's get all mechy with our mechs. So our bays. Do we have a decent missile mech? Actually, we've got the Shadowhawk's actually got a lot of missile points on it. So I think the Shadowhawk would be a good one to have in terms of missiles. What do we even have in terms of missiles, actually? We've got LOMs and SRMs. Let's actually start to strip this guy out. Let's take the AC-5 out for a start. Jump jets are sometimes useful. Take the missile out of the head. Actually, if I fit this... because she's got multi-target capability, we could actually fit a bunch of LOM-5s in here if we had them. We don't. LM5, 2 LOM-10s. We are still underweight. We've gained average range much higher. Heat efficiency is reduced a little bit. We also need ammo. So... LOM. I think that I've read something about where you don't want things to be like, because yeah, it's a serious problem if you actually lose stuff. 51.5 tons. I don't need as much armor, do I? There we go. Yeah. So I'm just going to stash the jets over here. Actually, the LMs can go on that side. Let's put the jump jets in the legs. Sure, why not? The legs are okay. Let's reduce the rear armor. I'm going to be a bit more careful with the mech, though, I think. 30. So yeah, if someone gets behind this mech, this is going to be a problem. It's also lightly armored, comparatively. But this is my first custom mech in this game, so ooh, scary. 55, 55. And that'll let me bring along 4 tons of ammunition. And I've still got the med laser in terms of backup weaponry. So that looks like it'll be quite dangerous in a long-range bombardment role, and it's got plenty of ammunition for it. Can I fit more jump jets? 2 out of 5. If I could find the space, I could fit more jump jets. Actually, it's not space; it's tonnage. So I could let this mech move around more easily if I could find a bit more weight. Problem is, I'm uncomfortable with how low I'm actually dropping the armor now. So I don't really want to do that. Let's try it with 3... how many shots is that? How many shots is it in a ton of ammunition? 120, 240, 480 salvos, 240 ammo. That's probably a bit much, actually, so let's put 3 tons of ammo in there. And we'll use that for... Oh, I want to take that off, not to put it in the arm. And then we'll use that for a bit of extra jump jets. So this craft can bounce around a bit more readily. So that's confirmed. It's going to take me 29 days. Oh, flippin' heck, really? 29 days to get this refit. Done. Everything moved requires days. So, what happens if I just don't do... if I do the absolute minimum necessary then? Because I figured out what I want to do with it. So, LM10. I actually want to move the LM5 over there. LM10. It doesn't show me exactly what I'm doing to it. Like, there's no handy popper saying, hey, you've if you add this change, it adds this time to it. That makes 3 tons of ammo. Check. LM5s. Check. Jump jets. 3. A 4th jump jet there. No, I want to go into the legs. 4.5. What was it? I seem to... Oh, wait. Did I still have a ton of LRM somewhere? I must have. Because I reduced armor, and then I put it somewhere else. So I must have taken off like half a ton of armor. Something like that. I also reduced the rear armor as well, so I don't know where that X-ray was. Oh, it must have been for a bit of extra heat. Because heat efficiency is actually really bad on it right now, much worse than it was. So, let's just replace the heatsink. So that will take me how long? 24. Ugh, it's not worth it. Darn it! Sorry guys, I really wanted to modify. Yeah, discount that. It takes 24 days, but it's I'm going to have to wait on this, and I don't have spare units. So I think repair work is all I can do. Right, let's repair this guy. 7 days to fix it, because it took some internal damage as well. But yeah, I just don't have enough mech tech points. I need to figure out how to get that as well. Yeah. I wish I could do more stuff, but I can't. But I can't. Okay, contracts, right. So my spider's going to be back in action in time for this. My blackjack is maybe going to be back in time. I don't think it is, actually. No, Blackjack's still a bit further on. Financial report. Yeah, Behemoth is going to be back, so I'll have pilots, and my repair work on the Spider is 27 days out. Stop work on that, because that's priority. And then I think I need to repair the Blackjack again. Hopefully it kept the progress, and I didn't just reset it. No, it's about the same time, so I think cancelling that and rearranging priority to get the Spider sorted out first has actually worked okay. Huzzah! However, we need to make the trip now. So, contracts. And it just says travel, so we will accept and move.
Course plotted.
There was no room for a negotiation though. Behemoth is back on duty. Hello, jump ship. Okay. So, once we get there, I think that's probably going to be the end, though I should actually check out the stores. I forgot to do that before I left. Ooh. Banging noises draw you to the shared mech warrior barracks where you find Trigger disassembling one of the leopard's internal walls. What? Oh. Several panels. That explains there's a few cubic meters of dead space back here. I'm making room so we can stretch without hitting the bunks. As reasonable as it sounds, the banks are going to like you modifying their property. I can order to put it back where it was, or I can just pay the fine. Trigger technician? Wait, what? Trigger technician? Why did it say trigger technician? What does that even mean? Whatever it is, it's not available, but apparently there was an option for make it easily reversible. I'm going to set aside the money to pay the fine, sure. Lose money, extra morale. I mean, 20,000. I can afford that. Keep on going, please. Damn it, Trigger! You cost me money. Trigger technician. What does that even mean? I wish I knew. Trigger technician. If I pause it, let's actually check the barracks. Trigger.
Commander?
It's not one of those. Oh, I think I get it now.
Waiting for orders.
There it is, technician. Okay, so if it was her doing it and she had the technician attribute, then she would have been able to do it and make it easily reversible. It just happened to be her rather than someone else that could actually do it. So that would have been an option if it had been a technician doing it. Huh. Wait, does that mean it's better to have mech warriors with more traits? Oh, my first financial report. Loan interest, 70k. Maintenance on the various mechs that are being sorted out. Okay. Salaries, 135k. That is all okay. We are minus 265,000. I think we earned that, so we're okay. Oh, so this is where we set this. Wait, so what's that mean? If I double it to extravagant, then that seems to be like... Does that mean I can only operate for 1 month or something like that? Okay, yeah, I think that's related to how much I've got left. 371. I've got 700,000 in the bank, so I could operate for 2 more months on the funds I've got at this level of expenditure. Or if I go to extravagant, it's only 1 month worth of funding left. So that tells me how many months of funding I've got left. You know, I'm feeling good right now. Let's go ahead and expand that to generous. Though that, for some reason, that increases the operating costs. Oh, that must be because of the staff to maintain it and all that. Sure, let's be generous. I'm feeling generous. I'm a generous employer. Yes. I pay my people. Ha ha ha. And then I throw them into harm's way without wild abandon. You know, they've got to have some kind of perks for it. Ooh, this is shiny green. Ready to proceed with our contract? Not yet. I want to have a quick look around, please. So yeah, that shows me how many months we've got left. Let's check the local store, though. Locust parts, panther parts, and spider parts. Okay. Equipment. Heatsinks and jump jets. Okay. The tutorial indicated, by the way, there are special versions of... There are special pieces of equipment around, and special weapons and things as well. Like... here we go. Here's a good example. Earlier on, I was wondering about make, and I thought that maybe they don't do anything, but actually it turns out it does. It tells you in the tutorials, like, different makers have got different benefits. So a Hellion is a bog standard one. An Intech medium laser has actually got a bit of an extra accuracy boost to it. So bonus is +1 AC, and it's marked very clearly with this plus sign. And that's done by our chief mechanic, so that we can easily tell. However, I'm not seeing anything as special here either, apart from the enhanced medium laser, which is more accurate than the standard one. Though, of course, that would take refit time to even get that installed on a mech, and I don't have the capacity to do anything with it. So, yeah. And apparently we can also check the star map information about a system to find out what kind of... Oh, this one only if we have an MRB rating. Okay, so we've got things locked behind reputation as well. But yeah, the star map, if we look at the star map's information, we can check and see, like, all these attributes. They can give an indication of what kind of things they might have. Like this one is not poor. The systems we've been to are all poor so far. Well, actually, where we came from was not poor, but where we started off was poor. But these attributes indicate something about the local place. Especially the population availability. So, yeah, that kind of thing. So that can help you guess what's available ahead. However, I'm going to have to call it there. And the next time, we will actually go ahead and do this contract thing. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yes, indeed. See you all later.